We're in the full off-season mode for League of Legends. You know, the rumors are slowly dying down, but what a lot of these rosters and players, teams are doing is heading over to Korea for the old boot camp before the season starts up. And this is not something new this year. It's been going on for years. Even pre-LCS, Dignitas was boot camping in Korea in like season 2. Yeah. They started stuff out like that. Obviously, you had CLG boot camp before playoffs in season 4, I believe.
Went really well.
They had a lot of hype, and I think that's where a lot of the Dunzo manifesto originated from. They eventually get 3-0'd by Curse, almost get relegated. So the question is are these Korean boot camps really that good for teams? Are they that positive? Because a lot of the times you're not even going to be scrimming against some of these top Korean teams.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, when you're before Worlds, it makes a lot of sense. You're going to be, you know, facing against some of these best Korean teams. They want to get some international competition in as well. So you go to Korea, you face off against the SKTs and all these other Korean teams who are at Worlds for that international practice. Because you can't get it in North America. And, you know, scrimming against teams that usually take a break after the split is over, it's really your only source of practice. But going into the NALCS, basically every single team is trying to get every ounce of practice they can. A lot of these teams, again, electing to go to Korea. But yeah, I don't know. Right now it's kind of weird because it seems like there's still a lot of teams not fully decided. Preseason's still getting figured out, so maybe you just go there to try to get everything together. But right now it seems like Team Liquid is doing not even too much scrimming per se, just sitting around in solo queue and having a great time, you know, experiencing.
That's not solo queue.
No, it's there's some clowns there too. There's a lot of great pictures floating around on Twitter of what these guys are doing, wearing some nice Japanese garb.
Trying to one-up Sneaky.
Yeah, they look pretty great. The flower hats.
Oh my god.
Puppleter looks like a 5-year-old boy with his water gun there. That's good stuff.
At least he's got the helmet though. And that looks like it's one of those things that you stick your head in, but I think that's actually addressed.
That is something you stick your head in.
That is something you stick your head in. That's a scary picture.
Yeah. My favorite one's coming up.
Is it one of the Funhouse ones where someone looks smaller than they actually are?
It's this picture where he's getting eaten by a fish.
Poking the fish, yeah. That's a terrifying fish. That looks like it's something straight out of a nightmare.
Korean Bootcamp.
Korean Bootcamp. Yeah, so that looks almost more like a team bonding experience.
Which is fine.
Which is perfectly fine when you've got a new roster. And yeah, I mean, even just playing, people love to talk about how much more competitive, more serious Korean solo queue is. So even just having guys out there doing that. But that looks like a fun team experience to just build up chemistry. And again, we don't know what these Korean squads are doing right now. Like, are they ready to scrim? Some of the rosters aren't even fully finalized. I'm sure a lot of guys are still on vacation because the actual offseason hasn't been going on for that long yet, considering how much these guys are playing leading up to this point. So it's definitely more of a team bonding experience. Or in the case of Fnatic, it sounds like they just have their bot lane, Reckless and Hylissang, heading to Korea. So that's clearly just duo queue working on, again, that new synergy with new teammates. So there's a lot of different variables why teams do these Korean boot camps, and the successes are to varying degrees, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, the CLG example is obviously one where you're like, this did not work. But I don't know if that was so much the boot camp, but maybe it was being in that small environment in that small condo for a long period of time. You get frustrated with your teammates. You tell your top laner never to gank your lane, or your jungler never to gank your lane again, which is a classic. And then Monty obviously had a lot of flame directed his way after that whole experience as well. But I mean, you look in between spring and summer of 2017, Team Envy went as well to this Korean boot camp, and they pretty much turned everything around. 3-15 in spring, and then 8-10 in summer, and made playoffs. So they looked a lot better. How much of that was a boot camp? How much of that was just getting this roster more on the same page? Hard to say, but I think the experience is there, and just getting to face against some better competition overall is valuable. It's just, is it worth going all the way over there and maybe not getting all the scrim partners you originally want? Because sometimes it's not that easy to just be like, hey, Korean teams, you want to face us? They're like, not really.
I mean, and to be fair, they might have a better chance of getting scrims out there than in North America or EU maybe, because some of these teams are barely finalized. Guys aren't even all together. We've heard with some teams like 100 Thieves, they're not even all in the same gaming house right now. They're not all playing together. They're all at their home. So scrimming, it's tough to find scrim partners anywhere right now because it's still pretty early, but not that early. It's about a month till the LCS split starts. So You got to imagine the scrimming's got to start soon.
Yeah, and I mean, it also makes sense for Team Liquid because Impact and Ole, as well as one of the coaches, Kane, all based in Korea, they're already over there. So only...
Yeah, they got connections.
Yeah, Double Lift, Smithy, Po Belter, and the rest of the coaching staff had to fly over. It wasn't like the whole team went. Kind of makes sense to just meet up over in Korea for a bit, get in some practice against, if nothing else, solo queue. Hopefully get some top-tier Korean teams in there and see what they can do. But it's a very hyped-up team, so better bring those results.
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more esports content.